One of the biggest transits of 2025 is here, and in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how you can use it to your advantage to grow and scale your business. Now, the astrology of 2025 has been slower to pick up than previous years, but we've now reached the point where some of the most highly anticipated transits of the year are finally happening. And Jupiter in Cancer is one of them. So let's start off by breaking down exactly what Jupiter in Cancer is. Jupiter is the planet of luck, prosperity, abundance. It is the greater benefic in the sky. When it comes to the 7 traditional planets, the Sun through Saturn, Jupiter is the second to last planet, meaning that it holds a lot of significance not just in our personal lives, but when it comes to our social lives as well. Within traditional astrology, Jupiter and Saturn work together to speak to what is affecting the collective rather than just the individual. There are 2 benefic planets, Venus and Jupiter is seen as the greater benefic planet, meaning that it holds just a little bit more significance in terms of being a benefic planet than Venus does. Jupiter is known for being a large planet. It is the largest planet within the 7 traditional planets, and it is also known as being the planet of luck, prosperity, fortune, success, and popularity. Learning how to work with Jupiter and Jupiterian energy can really benefit you in business astrology because this allows you to expand and to lean into your authority. Within business astrology, Jupiter is seen as the guru, the teacher of not just having and amassing knowledge, but bestowing it onto people who are looking for it. So if you are an online service provider, Jupiter is a fantastic planet to work with because this allows you to tap into your authority as a teacher, a leader, a coach, a consultant, a knowledge provider. Now, when it comes to essential dignity, Jupiter in Cancer is really, really special because Cancer is the exalted sign for Jupiter. What does this mean? Well, Jupiter loves to be in Cancer. This is where it is able to really do its most Jupiterian things. It's able to do it really, really well. So Jupiter loves to be in Cancer. And this is a big reason why this transit is so highly anticipated for 2025. Jupiter in Cancer is going to bring the sense of exuberance and joy in a way that we really haven't experienced thus far. Jupiter being in an exalted sign is really allowing us to explore what it means to have fun and bring joy into the different areas of our life again. It's definitely not all sunshine and rainbows, but it is going to help to lessen the effects of maybe some other heavier transits that are going on within the chart as time goes on. So let's go to the chart and actually explore what Jupiter in Cancer has in store for us. Now, Jupiter in Cancer will be happening on June 9th, 2025 at 5:02 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have the chart set to New York just to keep it within that time zone, but of course you can adjust this based on your time zone and where you are in the world. So when Jupiter moves into Cancer, it's going to be really significant because this is going to be happening in conjunction with Mercury. So a conjunction is when there are 2 planets that are really close together. They're linked up, okay? They're buddy-buddy. And having Jupiter and Mercury together is really special because Mercury, it is an amplifier. So it's going to expand the themes of whatever planet that it's touching. Because Mercury and Jupiter will be in a conjunction together, this is actually really fantastic in terms of business astrology because this is allowing for there to be overall a general expansion within sharing knowledge and stepping into this role as the guru, as the teacher, as the guide and the leader for your business. So you really want to pay attention to themes that are coming up around specific ideas that you have within business. Are you feeling really called to, or maybe even getting suggestions from your audience to lean more into a specific type of teaching within your business? Are you getting a lot of interest around an area of specialty for you? This may be a really good time for you to lean into sharing that out more, to leaning onto social media platforms. Okay, Jupiter expansion, speaking to large groups of people rather than smaller, more intimate community. So this would be a really fantastic time to link up with your community, lean on social media, perhaps even doing some collaborations as well if that feels really aligned for you. Things like lives, guest teaching, guest podcasting, really, really good for this transit. But overall, you want to be led by the things that feel really joyous and at home for you. Because Jupiter will be in Cancer, Cancer is a very homey sign. It likes to be comfortable. It's ruled by the moon, which is the nighttime luminary. Okay, so you don't necessarily want to lean into things that are going to make you hyper visible to the point of feeling uncomfortable, but instead, what are your specific gifts and strengths? This is really good, especially if you're somebody who's maybe more introverted, but still have a lot to share around your area of expertise. How can you showcase your leadership in a way that allows you to feel calm and spacious and regulated and not overstimulated by forcing yourself to be visible in the same way that extroverts are? Now, this transit is going to be happening for a while because Jupiter and Saturn move a lot slower than the personal planets do. So Jupiter in Cancer will last for 12 months and 3 weeks, just enough time for us to get situated and for Jupiter to move through the entire cycle. So you really want to take note of things that are coming up for you, both in the ingress of when Jupiter initially goes into Cancer, and also as it moves through the transit, how it is affecting you. Keep in mind that this is intended to be a general overview. So if you want to know more specifically on how this transit will be affecting you, then I definitely recommend that you book a reading with me, which is available in the description box below. So overall, what can you expect from Jupiter in Cancer? If I had to summarize Jupiter in Cancer, it's really about taking the time to nurture your dreams. Jupiter is all about supporting you to go after what it is that you want to do. And so this is the best time, if you haven't already, to use your imagination, to dream a bit bigger, and to envision what is possible beyond what sounds reasonable. This isn't necessarily the time to be expanding by hustling or grinding or forcing an outcome, but rather to embrace how alignment can happen through intuition, through emotion, through embracing the softer side of what it takes to accomplish your dreams. So when it comes to bringing this energy into your business astrology, it's really focusing in on embracing your instincts when it comes to business, leaning into your intuitive nudges. All right. If you've been feeling called to do things in a particular way, now is the time to do it. Even if you don't have evidence that it's necessarily going to work or that it's something that other people are looking for. Your desire to do the thing is confirmation to move forward with it. Remember, Cancer isn't just a soft sign, it's also a cardinal sign. And cardinal signs do incredibly well when they lead from the front, when they initiate and begin a new process. This may also be a really good time for you to embrace that energy to start something new, perhaps a new project, a new offering, to launch something new, or to revive a existing project or offer or process within your business in a new, fresh way. Jupiter in Cancer is also going to be a fantastic time for you to build relational depth, not volume. And what I mean by that is really leaning into your one-on-one relationships. Perhaps with Jupiter and Gemini, you've been really focused on growing your community overall. It's time to take those lessons that you've learned from Jupiter and Gemini and transmute it into the lessons that Jupiter and Cancer wants you to embrace, which include getting to know people and relate to them on a one-to-one basis. So even if you have a really big audience, how can you create content or relational awareness, building your brand and establishing your authority in a way that connects people on a one-to-one basis? Doing more collaborations, embracing one-to-one marketing, leaning onto evergreen topics, even showcasing your life outside of business. These are all fantastic themes to embrace during Jupiter in Cancer that will really help to elevate and grow and scale your business. The other thing that this transit might bring up for you is the need to tend to your privacy and your home life over business. So for some of you, this transit is really going to be impacting more private areas of your chart. So it is really important to pay attention to what's going on in your home environment. How are you pouring energy into your physical home space, into your private relationships, into your life and who you are outside of the role of being a business owner? And it may seem really counterintuitive, but because Cancer has deep connections to the private self, to who you are outside of the public sphere, tending to these private spaces and developing these relationships and even cultivating a space where you feel safe enough to exhale, to be your full self and not have to perform necessarily as a business owner, that in turn is going to help to fuel you and motivate you to move forward with some of the other challenges that may be coming up or have arisen for you within the more active houses within your birth chart, and especially when it comes to your business. During Jupiter in Cancer, I want you to embrace moving slower and more intentionally. There is going to be this pressure to move fast, okay, because Jupiter really enjoys that energy. And especially with the Mercury conjunction that's happening at the beginning of this transit, it is going to be really, really important to embrace moving intentionally rather than initiating a full process immediately when you have an idea. Slow down, ground yourself, and root yourself to the ideas of what it is that you want to accomplish. That is how you're going to make the most out of the Jupiter in Cancer transit. I am so excited for everything that is going to unfold for you during the Jupiter in Cancer. So definitely let me know in the comments what house rules Cancer in your birth chart and how you plan on using this Jupiter in Cancer energy to grow and scale your business. If you want to dive even deeper with how this transit, as well as other transits, are going to impact your business, then book an astrology reading with me. The links to book a reading can be found in the description box below, so definitely make sure you check that out. And I can't wait to see you in the next video.